Hello, sports lovers. A warm welcome to the most authoritative sporting channel here on social media. This is your boy Matt. Today's episode is going to be interesting because I'm going to give you the post-fight analysis of the bout between Ekow, Essuman, and Josh Taylor. This bout happened at the SSE Hydro Arena in Glasgow. Ekow Essuman was the victor of the night, winning the fight via unanimous decision 116, 112, 116, 113, 115, 113. And those were the judges' scorecard and became the WBO Global Welterweight champion. Now, I think that Ekow Essuman is in the right place. He has positioned himself well for greater things. But first, let's have a look at the fight we just witnessed at the SSE Hydro. Now, I think that Josh Taylor started the fight very well, taking control of his distance in the first few rounds, and it was his pro debut in the welterweight division, and I think that he started on a very, very good foot, banging the first two rounds comfortably, causing problems for Ekow Essuman in terms of coming in, though Ekow Essuman landed a couple of punches, but they were not as significant of and anything in them as much as Josh Taylor was doing in this particular bout. Now, what started changing the bout was in the fourth round, where Josh Taylor hurt Ekow Essuman, and Ekow Essuman had to hang on to the ropes in order not to touch the canvas. Then Ekow Essuman then returned fire of his own, wobbling Josh Taylor, and that was when the fight began to shift in favor of Ekow Essuman. Though Josh Taylor came back to win the fifth round, in my opinion, but from the sixth round, Josh Taylor had lost him, especially with that particular headbutt. He seemed confused because as a professional for so many years, I don't think that Josh Taylor should have been bothered by it because it wasn't one of the nastiest of cuts. But immediately there was the hair clash. Josh Taylor lost focus and Ekow Essuman took over the rest of the fight, and it was an Ekow Essuman night. He was the more determined fighter. He landed the more significant punches. He was outworking Josh Taylor, and Josh Taylor looked like a man who no longer had it. You could see that he was forcing himself in order to dig deep, but he just did not have it. This would make him start asking several questions of himself, because is it the time to hang his gloves? Because Josh Taylor has now lost 3 consecutive fights: Teofimo Lopez, Jack Cattrall, Ekow Essuman. But before then, he won a split decision against Jack Cattrall in their first fight, which was a controversial win. But if you look at all the factors in the first Jack Cattrall fight, you can technically say that Josh Taylor has lost 4 fights on a row and 3 officially on a row. You could gladly say that he no longer has it after becoming undisputed against Jose Ramirez. I think that Josh Taylor may have achieved whatever he has set off to do in boxing, and he didn't. He does not longer have the desire to be competitive anymore, or he's not putting in the works, or he just doesn't have it, because after the sixth round he has lost his energy. His timing was off, especially when Ekow Essuman was coming in. He was landing the straight left, straight right at will, going to the body, throwing a lot of combinations, but Josh Taylor hardly engaged in a combination. He throws one off punches, whilst Ekow Essuman was throwing in multiple. So I think that Josh Taylor's heart is no longer in the game, and you could see that after the results when were mentioned, he felt ashamed of himself. And I think that Josh Taylor should reassess his career. I'm not the one going to tell him what to do, either to retire or stay boxing, but he should he should prioritize himself and his health first. If he thinks he still has it, he can continue. If he doesn't, he should hang off his gloves. After all, he has set off to have a very, very good career, becoming a junior welterweight undisputed champion. And he is a very huge guy, and I was shocked that he could not use his size to his advantage. He is the better boxer of the two. His footwork was not that great. There was nothing great shown by Josh Taylor in terms of performance in this particular fight. His jab wasn't the best. His defense wasn't the best. His footwork wasn't the best. The only thing that he did a bit well was clinching, and even with that, it got to a point Ekow Essuman was freeing his hands and hitting him to the body. So I don't think that Josh Taylor should go home and then just want a fight. He should rewatch the fight, reassess his options, and see if he still wants to continue in the sports of boxing. But for Ekow Essuman, I think that a world title at this stage is in the right direction. Anybody in the welterweight division, be it Boots Ennis, which I doubt would happen, he being the unified champion. Maro Byros is fighting Manny Pacquiao. So it's love with a young man, Norman, who is available for a fight. I don't know. I have seen him preparing for a fight. I don't know if it has been signed, but whatever be the case, I think that Ekow Essuman, as at this time, deserves a world title. Since his loss, he has come back with three consecutive wins, and he has always given off his best in the ring. And Harry Scraffman's unanimous decision loss did a lot to him, but he came back against Owen Cooper, then Ben, now Josh Taylor. I think that Frank Warren should get Ekow Essuman a world title. This is it. Thank you for watching. Stay positive. Remember, your greatness has no limit.